Parsha's Vayeshev. This week we see that the brothers of Yosef had a lot of jealousy towards Yosef, and we see what happened in the Parsha. And as many Sfurim say that we can't really comprehend what happened. They were big tzaddikim. How could they do this? We can't comprehend what jealousy means in the Parsha, and we can't comprehend what they did. But I would like to talk about jealousy and how it pertains to us today in today's generation and how we could deal with it in a beautiful way. So the number one thing is we have to understand what is jealousy and when does it come up and what is the impacts. So let's take an example. So let's say I am married and I'm living in a small apartment, and my brother, which is 1 year younger than me, is succeeding, and he just bought a big house, a big mansion, and I'm still in my small apartment. Now, what comes up is feelings of jealousy. I feel jealous. I feel very jealous about him. And what is the impact of jealousy? Now, when we feel jealous, our mood goes down. Let's say you're on a 90, your battery's on 90, you're in a good mood, you wake up, you feel good, you have a good coffee. When you get in the jealousy feeling, your battery could go down from a 90 to a 20. What happens is your energy drops, your mood drops, you can't really do any tasks, you freeze. And we know all about it. And now it's coming Hanukkah. We could go to a Hanukkah party, we could be coming in a good mood, eating donuts, but then when we see someone that makes us jealous, or we see someone that looks better than us, has more money, or anything else that we feel like we lack, we start feeling this sense of jealousy, and it could spiral into all sorts of actions. You could fall into depression. You could start, not performing because you're jealous. And we know all about the implications that jealousy outputs. Now, how can we deal with jealousy in an easier way? I know there's a lot of ways, like, okay, don't be jealous. Hashem is going to help you as well. Don't worry. There's enough for everyone. You'll also have, that's kind of cliche teachings that we learned as a child that didn't really help because we're still jealous. We see people driving nicer cars than us. We see people opening businesses while we are failing. There's a lot of day-to-day jealousy that could come into a person's mind, and it comes into my mind. I'm sure it comes into your mind as well. We sometimes don't want to admit that we're jealous. We say, no, we are not jealous, but behind the scenes, we are really jealous. And jealousy is what drives, I would say, 60% of human actions in today's day. People open businesses. People do a lot of things because they see other people doing it, and they don't want to feel small. They don't want to feel silly, so they also want to do it. So we're gonna first go with the deepest approach of how to approach jealousy, and then we'll go into the more easier approaches, which is more relatable to us. So let's see first why you're jealous. The reason why you are jealous, why we are jealous when we see someone, the core reason is because we feel small about ourselves. So I can feel all good about myself. I'm a massive person. I'm successful. The second I see someone in a big Lincoln Navigator, or I see someone buying a big mansion, it comes into my consciousness, boom, I feel like a little midget. I feel like a garbage can. I feel like a failure. I feel like I'm unaccepted, unloved. So these are the inner negative beliefs which are coming up. And that is the most painful feeling that a human being could feel, is feeling bad about their own self, their self-identity. Now, I have good news for you, that you're who you really are cannot feel small, cannot be unloved, cannot be poor, cannot be rich. Who you really are is always the same, beautiful and good, which is your neshama, your chaylik al mal. That's the person that's looking at me now. That's the person that's listening to me now. And that person is you. That person is detached from everything, is not identified by their house, by their car, by their money. We call this channel 2. Most people, most of the days, live in channel 1, and that's where the jealousy happens. But once we go to channel 2, which is who we really are as real human beings, then jealousy doesn't come in there. Okay? So you'll see, if you're very jealous of a person, you're jealous that the person is succeeding, the person is having it so easy, and the next day that person dies and you're going to see his dead body, you are not going to have 1 ounce of jealousy. So what happened? Yesterday, this person sat next to you by a wedding. You were having the most craziest feelings of jealousy around that person. The next day, that person died. and nothing. There is no jealousy whatsoever. So what happened? The reason is because the money or the things that the person achieved and everything in between has nothing to do with the person. It's just a superficial identity, which we think we are. But once we understand that who we really are is we're always beautiful, this is just who you are. You have nothing, you don't identify with what you buy, what you have, with your talents, even nothing. You're just good, just by being a person. You can't say there's a tree, the tree is a good tree, a bad tree. It's just a tree. This is it. So this is the deepest way of letting go of jealousy. The next way is facing reality. So when you go to a zoo and you see a tiger making very cool tricks and acrobats, jumping up 2 floors, and you can't do it. How do you feel? Do you feel jealous of the tiger? The answer is no, you do not feel jealous of the tiger. Why? Because you can never do it. You know that you're not meant to be a tiger. The tiger is meant to be a tiger. You're meant to be you, and you're never going to be jealous of them. And you basically are in touch with reality. Reality means it is a fact. The fact is that tigers could jump 2 stories and humans can't. So you know you're in touch with reality, and So same thing is with becoming rich, becoming poor, being crazy successful, being less successful. There's many things in life that other people are going to be having that you are never going to have. Okay, there's many talents that people are going to get from when they're born, or they're going to acquire it, that you won't be able to get it even if you try very hard. And that's a harsh reality to face. But once we regulate ourselves and get used to sitting with that reality, that yes, it's okay, this is reality. Just like it rains today, it's gonna snow tomorrow. These are realities. We cannot say, no, it's never gonna snow, I don't want snow. Then you're not in touch with reality. The same thing is with other people having more things or different things than you that you don't have, and that's always going to happen. Even if you achieve something, let's say you made the amount of money that you saw by your friend has, or you got the same house, there's going to be another thing that other person is going to have and that you're not going to have. It's always going to be that kind of feelings around you. So get ready. Just get ready to regulate yourself, to understand that, yes, this is reality. Many people are going to have things that I don't have. I'm going to have things that they don't have. And that's perfectly fine with me. So once you're going to be in check with reality, you're going to see that jealousy is going to be way less. You're going to be way more happier for other people when they succeed. That's number 2. Number 3 is called aspiration. So we as humans, we see things, we get inspired. We say, oh, I see someone just ran a marathon. I like what they did. I want to also do it. So that's called an aspiration. You get inspired by other people to change your life for the better, to grow. And that is a beautiful thing. This is the way how we grow, how we see other people opening businesses, doing things, or changing their bad habits. And we say, whoa, that person did it. It sounds amazing. Let me also do it. Okay, great. That is a great thing. But the first thing is you have to tell yourself that you are good, you are great, you are loved. You have to love yourself before you start, unconditionally. That's the number 1 thing. The only reason why we feel so bad when we get jealous is because we feel small, we feel like a garbage about ourselves. And you don't want to be in that feeling even for 1 second in your life. So that the only way to do that is to affirm every day with affirmations, or in your mind, or how you want to do it. Affirm this unconditional, unwavering acceptance and love for yourself. That's number 1. Number 2 is you're getting inspiration from other people, from the world around you, to kind of build a nicer house, go do it, get a better career, which is great. This is how the world grows. This is how you grow. Take it in. Be very happy for the person. Sit with it. You see a person succeeded. You see a person did something great. First sit and have the joy for them. Just joy. Just get yourself used to just letting yourself be joyful for other people having things that you don't have. And we almost never practice it. We never practice just being happy, calling up that person or giving a text. I'm so happy for you. Wow, it's an amazing thing. I'm looking at you and I'm just astonished how you worked all these years and you accomplished this. Wow, I'm really happy if you just let it sit with you and let the reality sit that person got it and you did not get it, and you still like yourself. After that, you take your sheet, you say, okay, I would like to do this and this. Okay, now you take a list and see what needs to be done, what you need to be doing in order to reach this new goal that you got from your friend, you got inspired, you want to reach this new goal, and you also want to get it. So make yourself a list of what actions it takes. And then you get aware that in order to achieve great things, you need to have the input. It's not just seeing things, getting jealous. If you want to acquire the things that you see by other people, there's work that needs to go in, and you get aware that, okay, you want it, you got inspired, you put in the work, and you're going to see results. Maybe not so fast. Maybe you won't see the result because Hashem doesn't want to give it to you, which is great. You have to be in touch with reality. But if you want to start trying to bring in certain things in your life that you got inspired by other people, you should do that, but in the way that I told you. And that's going to help you to regulate your jealousy feelings and not have the jealousy bringing down your battery from 90 to 10 on a daily basis. Now we come to Hanukkah, we see a lot of people, we see what people are up to in life. We ask people, what do you do? And you start feeling this kind of inferior feeling that you are not succeeding, you are failing. All of these feelings come up and they drain our battery, and this is not for you. Have an amazing day. I hope this is clear. Have an amazing day and amazing Hanukkah.